guys, so today I have a first impression for you. It is going to be on the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation. So I have the colour 013 True Ivory. I'm just going to read a little bit of a blurb to you guys and I will then go on and apply it to my face and stuff. It says, Feather Light Liquid Mousse blends flawlessly for a natural looking all day shine control. Silky smooth formula leaves a perfect matte baby soft finish. Lightweight texture won't feel heavy or greasy. So I am fake tan at the moment, so I'm hoping this is going to match me pretty well. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to apply a primer to half my face. So I'm going to apply on the right half of my face the NYX Pore Filler Primer, and then on the left half of my face I'm not going to apply a primer, and I'm going to see how this works without one, just so that we can compare throughout the day. So I'm going to start with my primer in the areas where have the most noticeable pores, and that is on kind of my cheeks and my nose. Right, now I'm going to apply the foundation. I'm going to apply it with a round top buffing brush. So I'm just going to squirt some onto the back of my hand. It is a really thick mousse consistency, so as you guys can see, it's not going anywhere. It is really thick, and it's struggling to stay on the back of my hand when I kind of hold it up. So I'm gonna dip my brush in, and I'm kind of stippling it on the back of my hand to get it all over my brush. And then I guess I'm just gonna I am trying to buff it in quite well because it is such a thick foundation. It is a little bit light, as you can see, for my fake tan, but in person it's not too bad. I do have a few breakouts on my face at the moment, like one up here, one on my cheek. They're not active breakouts, it's just kind of redness and some scarring. So it covered those quite well. You can see now that I've done one layer on this side of my face, you can see that this side is definitely more full coverage. You can hardly see my under eye circles anymore, and it's evened out the redness on my cheeks really well. I actually think I really like it for a full coverage foundation, but we'll have to see how it wears throughout the day. So I'll apply the other side. Alright, I've now done a full layer on my face, and you can see that it is very full coverage. It has covered up my under eye circles, it has covered up my blemish up here and the one on my cheek, and I have one over here. You can hardly see those at all. I would probably go in with some concealer on this blemish up here just because it was really red and angry kind of thing. I used all of that product on the back of my hand. As you can see, it is quite pink toned, but I'm going to bronze my face up a little bit so that my face matches my neck a bit more, and that is obviously just the shade choice. I will be able to wear this in summer when I'm not fake tanned. I don't think I'll be able to wear it in the middle of winter with no fake tan because it will be a little bit too light. So I'm going to powder that really lightly. I'm going to start off just using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. So I'm going to start off by just powdering under my eyes. I'm not going to add any concealer or anything because I do want to see how just the foundation lasts. But I am going to powder under my eyes or it will just go everywhere. And I'm then going to just get a big fluffy brush and I'm going to powder just my T-zone. It is kind of heavy on the skin, like you can tell you're wearing foundation. It is nothing super lightweight, and it's nothing that's like nobody's going to know you're wearing foundation kind of thing. It is quite obvious and it is quite high coverage. Obviously that moussey texture makes it harder to kind of like buff away the foundation. It is going to be more obvious on your skin. I actually think it's done a better job at like filling in my pores and evening out my skin tone on the side that didn't have primer. I don't know if that's just because it interfered with this primer kind of thing or what, but I actually think it did do a better job on the side without primer. So I'm going to go do the rest of my makeup and I will be back to let you guys know what I think and how the rest of my makeup applied. So I've now applied the rest of my makeup. I really liked how the rest of my makeup applied on top of the foundation. It applied really well. It has given me an amazingly flawless base, which I'm really impressed with. And once I added some bronzer, it matches like my neck quite well, which I really like. If you'd like to see a tutorial on this look, I am doing a get ready with me for this kind of eye and face look. So keep an eye out for that, or I will link it in the down bar if it's already up. But the time is 11:30. It is a little bit later in the afternoon than I wanted it to be, but I guessed here this morning so I couldn't really film. Anyway, I will come back in a couple of hours, let you know how the foundation's wearing, what I think it's doing. I'm kind of having an at-home day today, and then I'm going out a bit later, so I will let you guys know how it wears, how it feels on my skin, and how it compares with primer and no primer. So I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Hey guys, so I'm really hoping that one, I'm in focus right now, and two, the lighting is right. It has started like raining outside, which is a pain, so the lighting is kind of more dull. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys an update. I don't have my phone on me, but the time is now around 4:30 and it's been 5 hours since I applied my foundation. So I thought I would check back, see how it's going, all that kind of stuff. It does look quite good. It isn't shiny anywhere. My blush and bronzer is still holding up quite well, which I'm impressed with. It is a little bit like not cakey, but I want to say like there's a few fine lines here, like where I get my facial expressions in between my eyebrows. The foundation has kind of synced into a few little like fine lines there. But otherwise I actually really like it. It hasn't seeped into my smile lines, and yeah, I think it has oxidized a little bit. I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but in person I think it is oxidized a little bit, so it is a little bit darker than when I applied it, because now it is matching my fake tan a lot more than it was to start with. But like I said, my blush and bronzer is holding up really well, so I'm really impressed with that. And yeah, I am not oily whatsoever. I usually get oily like across my forehead and down my nose a little bit, and I'm not oily at all, so I'm really impressed with that. And I'm still impressed that it's got such a full coverage under my eyes here, hasn't caked. So I'm really impressed with how the foundation held up. I'm really impressed with how it's going so far and how it looks. I would definitely recommend it so far, given that it was only, I got it really cheap, but I think at full price it's about $13. So, but I will leave a price below. I will check back with you for my last update in a few more hours to let you know what I completely think, and I will see you guys then. Hey guys, so I'm just checking in because it's now the end of the night. It is 11:12, and the foundation has lasted quite well throughout the day. There has been some breakdown on my nose here from where I was obviously wearing my glasses, but it's held up with my blush and bronzer quite well. There is some breaking down along here where the redness is starting to peek through. But overall, I think it's done a really good job. Obviously, you can see my blemish up here again and the one on my cheek. There does seem to be a couple of new little bumps on my cheek, but I'm not sure if that's from the foundation or just they were already there. It's starting to cake up a little bit on my forehead where I did powder, but for almost 12 hours wear, I think that is really good. I don't usually wear my foundation for this long. As you can see, it doesn't really match my body anymore. My face is lighter, but obviously my bronzer has worn off, especially on the sides here of my jawline where it was all blending together. Overall, I do really recommend this foundation. I think it is a really good option. I loved the full coverage. It hasn't worn off under my eyes or creased, which I am really impressed with. And yeah, so overall I really like it. I would definitely recommend it. I don't know if it would be good if you have really dry skin, because I think it might cling to the dry patches, but definitely if you have normal skin like me, too oily, I would really recommend it. I think it would be a really good foundation. So that is going to be all for this video. You guys should let me know in the comments below what other first impressions you would like to see. I have a few others coming up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!